we're in the same routine. We're doing really well, and 2 weeks out from a spring game, but everything's good. I'm ready for whatever questions you guys have.
Everyone back from the flu?
Yes, no, yeah, we only missed one practice, and nobody really had any issues, and fortunately we didn't get it spread, so we're in good shape.
Have you guys started talking about a format for the spring finale?
Very, very little. I really want to play a game. I just don't know if we have the offensive line to do it. I don't want to risk setting it up that way and then one person get a turned ankle and have to almost shut it down. That wouldn't be fair to the fans. So try to have it done by Wednesday, decide what to do as these practices move forward.
Could you do a half a game with 11 on 11 and then the other half maybe 7 on 7?
We're going to do 7 on, we'll do some team run, and we'll do some individual. We'll do a lot for the fans. We just have to make a decision on how much 11 on 11 we would do, with the exception of just doing it at the end, so we get an hour's worth of work and then hope that we can stay healthy all the way till the completion.
What have your thoughts been on the quarterbacks besides Spencer? In other words, Gunner, Garrett Rangel, what have you thought?
I think they're doing good. They're learning. Our offense takes time for quarterbacks, and the only way that you learn it is to get in live drills like we put them in practice, and they make mistakes and they see it. They come up with a plan to fix it and put that plan in place, and I think those guys are doing a good job with that at this time.
What are some of those things that you think makes it take time? What is kind of the learning curve they have to get past?
Well, it's much more difficult to play quarterback at this level than it ever has been. That's first. The second thing is, I think our defense is good at what they do, and they create some confusion for our quarterbacks. So not only do we see the results of that on game day, but we see the results of that in practice every day. Specifically, a young quarterback trying to learn how to play at this level against the structure of defense that we use on a daily basis.
What have you most been looking to see in spring ball, and how's that kind of going?
Competitiveness, guys' willingness to allow themselves to be coached, to work hard, to improve every day. Our systems are in place. We're getting ready for the first game in September right now. So now we just continue to get quality reps. We compete, we play hard, stay with the basic fundamentals of football on both sides of the ball, and ultimately come up with a package where you don't beat yourself. Play hard and give yourself a chance.
Has anybody stood out so far?
Oh, there's been a number of guys. Gosh, there's been a number of guys that have made plays. The young ones and that second group that needs to play next year to help us win, they're doing well. They're making plays, and then they make mistakes. Kind of what spring ball is all about.
How is linebackers developing the few practices?
They're doing well. The other day that subject got brought up. I like their speed. I like their competitiveness, and I think they'll strike you. Now it's just a matter of getting them more reps. They're facing the same obstacles as a quarterback does. A linebacker's got a lot going on. He's got to play the run, he's got to play the pass. And we play fast. We're pretty multiple on offense, so they face a little bit of the same picture that a quarterback would face from the other side of the ball.
Mike, you had a huge safety class, recruiting class last year. Guys like Kendall Daniels, Ty Williams, Lyric Rawls. Are those guys starting to show up?
Sure, yeah, they're all in the same boat. They're out there, they're getting good quality reps, they're competing, they're improving, and I look for that over the next 2 weeks.
You mentioned you went to Tuscaloosa last week for their coaches clinic. How'd that go? I mean, what can you tell us about being down in Alabama?
Well, it was a really good experience. Give me some quality time with Coach Saban, and spoke at their clinic. And gave us a chance to go and look at some of their facilities and see where they're at, what they're doing, what their thoughts are. You learn a lot in those situations, and as we improve our facilities here, it gives you ideas for things we may want to put in place here at Oklahoma State.
What's your relationship like with Saban?
What's that?
What's your relationship like with Saban?
Well, he and I have had quite a few conversations over the years on the phone. We're never in the same place at the same time, so we don't have much face-to-face, but we spent a good quality hour together, and I enjoyed him. Hopefully he enjoyed me. I learned some stuff. I would be willing to guess that he learned some things about what we do, so it was a good meeting.
Is there anything?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Is there anything he said that kind of stuck out?
There's just a lot of similarities in what they do and what we do, behind the scenes and belief and things that we think our culture, things that we feel like are important in success in the long term, and he feels the same way in a lot of the areas that are important to success in our opinion.
What do you like about Mason Cobb?
Well, I think he's fast. I think he'll strike you. I think he's got good football savvy, and I think he's learning.
When you do a clinic like you did on tempo and no huddle, that's something I know the story. You and Mike Yursich kind of coming together with that system. How much do you give out?
Not a lot of terminology that actually factors in the game. The behind the scenes of what we do offensively is not a secret. It just takes a full commitment to get it accomplished. So there's not really anything that is earth-shattering, but in order to accomplish what we do on offense, or what we've done now for 10 years at least, takes a full commitment. You can't really dip into it and dip out. So there's not a lot to hide from a clinic standpoint.
Have you sensed a different excitement about the spring game coming off of the season?
Well, they don't even know about it. Yeah, they're just practicing right now. They wouldn't even know. I doubt they know it's 2 weeks out, really. They don't focus on much more than that. Once it gets closer to that, I know they'll be excited about going out there and playing.
The fans, do you sense a different excitement from them?
Well, I don't see any of them. I don't see anybody. I'm here or at a high school baseball game. That pretty much wraps it up for me, so I don't really see anybody.
You mentioned, though, making sure to, I guess, kind of showcase the team for the fans. Do you know if they're bringing back the part with the autographs after the spring game, or how that's
Well, I don't know. You would have to ask Sean that and our people. I don't know what all they've got going there. I know it's a big day. I know that we have the spring game. I know we have baseball. I think we have softball. I'm not sure, but I know there's a lot going on.
I know Derek Mason then is throwing out first pitches at a couple of those games too. How do you think that helps kind of introduce him to the fan base?
Has he thrown a pitch out yet?
That's what he's doing the weekend.
Oh, he is? Yeah. I think that's good. I think the more people that get around Coach Mason will understand why we brought him in here and realize that he's a pretty good dude when it comes to building relationships and good people person.
Coach, what have you seen from Ollie and C.J. Brown so far?
Just young guys. I mean, they're trying to find their way around. They do some good things, break some runs, and they go the wrong way on certain things. Typical young guys, but doing really good for high school players.
How's Joe Bob adjusting to his
Good.
role?
I talked with him last week a little bit, and doing good. He's comfortable. I like his individual work. I like his approach in drills. I think he's doing just fine.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.